I got into wrestling. My father was a pro wrestler, so I'm a second-generation wrestler. So essentially, I was born into the business. I would bug my dad, and I bugged my dad. I'm like, you know, I want to be a wrestler. I want to be a wrestler. He's like, no, you don't. He's a stupid kid, whatever. You settle down. Nobody's going to train a 16-year-old skinny little punk. Go to the gym, put some weight on, learn the craft. And so finally, I kept bugging him for years, and finally he's just like, here, call Keith Hart. Him and Keith and Stu were all tight back in the day. And so I called Keith Hart. And Keith had told me, he's like, I'll train you for free. And because of who my dad was. And so I was, that's a pretty big honor. But I had said that I wanted to wrestle for Stampede Wrestling, which had just fired up at the time. It's like 1997. And he said, if you want to work for Stampede, you're going to have to take their training or they won't use you. So I did. I went to the dungeon and I put in my 3 months down there, 3 days a week, getting my fucking ass handed to me every day, every time. And that's a tough camp, man. There's you learn how to bump, man. If you can bump down there, you can bump anywhere. That's a true story. And Bruce had cornered me. He's got this contract. It's a 5-year contract with their management, Stampede Wrestling. Their choice whether to extend the contract for 3 years after the 5 is done. There was no guarantee of money. There was no guarantee of work. The only guarantee was that you're not working anywhere else. And so, I got in for a couple more workouts before Bruce finally cornered me. Took me upstairs to the big dining room where they have the big Sunday dinner. And he's like, you need to sign this. And I'm like, I can't sign that, man. And he goes, oh, okay, no problem. You're welcome back anytime. Anytime you change your mind, feel free. So I went from there. I went to BJ's gym in Calgary. And they were training, it was a WWE camp, and then it had just changed into a WCW camp because of the Montreal Screwjob on Brett. So I had one workout there, and I remember asking Leo Burke, was the trainer. I said, he said, we're moving this camp to Bret Hart's house. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, I'm like, well, how much is it? And he's like, it's nothing. They're paying me to train guys. They need talent. And I said, okay, well, what do you think? Do you think I got a shot? He goes, I think I make it for sure. So when a guy like Leo Burke, ex-world champion and trainer of many stars, says you think you're going to make it, you fucking go and train your ass off. You train as hard as you can and do the best you can, of course. And so that camp was 5 days a week at Brett's house in Calgary. And so the only way you could get out of not going to camp to the workouts was if you were booked on shows. So I remember saying to Leo, hey, coach, I got booked in the Maritimes. I got a 2-week tour. He's like, oh, that's great. Good. Goes, when do you leave, this and that. And then so at the end of it, he goes, if you lose, don't come home. That's a little classic Leo Burke for you. God love him. And that's essentially how I broke into the business.